We back in the building, American Dream Radio. It's your boy King Khalil, man. I got a dope interview I'm bringing to y'all right now. That's my girl, Sunny Money Queens from the Pink Panther Clique. She talking about females being incarcerated and all that. It's a good, solid message in this. I want y'all to make sure y'all take a look at this. Also, make sure y'all go subscribe to my Instagram, King Khalil 400. That's King Khalil 400. You know how to spell it. Also, outside of that, make sure y'all go to the YouTube page, American Dream Radio, and check out all the interviews we got going on. We always try and bring y'all dope content. Need y'all to support what we doing. Shout out to DJ Clue. Shout out to Culture. Shout out to the whole Desert Storm family. Definitely we in the building. American Dream Radio, Desert Storm. Check this interview out. Sunny Money Queens, Pink Panther Clique. Watch us work. You heard? Yep. Yeah, y'all see what's going on, American Dream Radio. We back in the building. Cool ass Trav.
Yeah.
Miss Tiff is in the building. Shout out to Mr. Life of Your Party, DJ Fly Tie. I know he's somewhere with a bunch of kids right now, jumping around and doing so. That's my DJ. Y'all hear that laughter in the back right now, man. We got a special lady that's walked in this building, and before we get to it a little bit, we want to make sure we do this right on the build up, in the introduction. We got to do this right. It's important to give people, I feel like, they flowers while they're here. So
I appreciate
from
that.
a distance, I've sort of been watching your movement, what you're doing.
Yes.
Shout out to this whole Pink Panther crew. Y'all see the book sort of spread around the studio right now.
Yeah.
And
Pink Panther.
got a beautiful young lady, man. I had a great DM conversation. I slid in the DM, business only, everybody.
That's right.
And
No smiley faces?
no, so I had to get off the emoji game a little bit, but relax, everybody. It's a whole clique of them, Trevor, so relax. I ain't want to just shoot my shot first time in, you know? You got to make sure we do this. Without further ado, I know y'all here talking in the background, man. Sunny Money is in the building, man.
Yay.
Sunny Money Queens. They don't want to talk to me. They don't want to see me. Unfortunately, this is the camera that don't count. That one do.
That one too.
Yeah,
so
don't be
hello.
thinking about this one here. This for the people who really ain't gonna go to the YouTube and support
Gotcha.
later on.
Well,
And
shout
I
out
sort
to
of
the YouTube people too.
they make
count.
sure everybody get a chance to see
That's
when they
right.
can see. Sunny Money Queens is in the building. What's going on, mama?
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, Pink Panther Clique.
Yes.
You came and bought gifts for us. Y'all
Yes,
see what's
I
going
did.
on?
I sure did.
Let me make sure I can just write the 10 Commandments of a Boss Chick.
Yeah.
Pay attention to that.
Okay.
Tiff, can you tell me the name of that book right there in front of you?
This one is the Pink Panther Clique,
The Pink Panther Clique?
but they both mine.
Okay. Can I gift one to somebody and then get it back from them? And
No.
come on, Tiff. You know
not
how
gonna
I
it
mean,
is.
there's
Right.
information. They could purchase the book.
They're not gonna want to gift it.
They don't want to.
I'm gonna tell you why, because once you read it, you're gonna want to keep it.
So it looks like Tiff, you gonna.
I gotta make my notes and all of that.
Yes.
Highlight.
That's cool.
That's
I'm gonna
how I
charge
read
you
my
for the book the same way I would have charged the other person. If you down to make this down payment, Tiff, I want you to have both these books when we leave here today. But on a much serious note, man, I know you're doing a lot of positive stuff in the community.
Yeah.
I know you're doing a lot of positive stuff with writing. I want to get right into exactly how you got to this point. And I guess you want to. So before anything else, tell me what the Pink Panther Clique is.
Okay.
And sort of what it's about. I think that's going to tie in everything else you're doing. at that point.
Definitely. First, I want to shout out my prison sisters, Aisha Hall, aka VVS, and Jamila T. Davis. I call her Miller Gates. That's her nickname. Shout out to the Pink Panther Clique. And the members that are involved, we call them the Panthers. Okay, so it's 37 members of Pink Panther Clique. We origin from incarceration. So we're all prison sisters that met behind the wall. And when I served my time at Danbury Federal Prison, I met Jamila T. Davis. And there when I met Jamila T. Davis, me and her, basically, we sat down, we said we were gonna do a book. And the book that we were gonna do was actually gonna be the Pink Panther Clique. And, you know, things happen when you leave. You know, life is a little different when you know, a lot of people that have been incarcerated, once you do prison time, sometimes a lot of things change when you come home because life is not the same way as it was when you were sitting behind the wall. Right. So things things sped up or whatever. And I said, you know what? We're going to need a partner involved with this because between you trying to do school in prison and myself trying to adjust to society and doing things that I need to do, we need a third partner that's kind of collectively hold the unit together. So she was saying, you know, I'm going to be moving. Now, this is me. I'm leaving now. Yeah. So bye, Jamila. I'm served my time. I'm leaving. I'm gone.
Out of here.
I told her, I said, you need to do a program that will shorten your time. And we looked into something called RDAP program, and we found out that it could actually shave her 12.5-year sentence down 3.5 years. So she did the RDAP program, and she was being switched. Sorry, I got to show you some love too over here on the side. Okay, sorry, I'm not, not
It's all right. You working? You working?
I'm not
Don't
leaving
worry
you
about
out,
it.
Queen.
No,
Okay.
no.
Don't worry about it.
So basically, she went and she was switched to she was transferred over to Alderson Federal Prison Camp, and when she went over there, that's when she met Aisha Hall. So now Aisha Hall and I didn't jail together technically, but we were Skyping every week. So while we were creating the Pink Panther Clique book, we were Skyping with each other, comparing and writing notes.
Gotcha.
So we all wrote the book together, but just one was behind the wall, one was doing the drug program, coming in and out, and then of course I'm at home. So we're all just writing the book behind the wall, and that's how the Pink
Aisha
Panther
does rap. Is that
Aisha,
correct?
yes, she does.
I'm just
Yes.
I be hunting a little
Yes,
bit. So
yes,
I seen her do a few balls on K-Slay and a few other
Yes.
places. I caught a
Yeah.
video of her. So
Yeah.
shout out to
How
Aisha.
much time did you do?
I did a year.
I did a weekend and cried. Don't even worry about it. Fuck it. Driver's license. Friday night, I was
Listen.
done. They said I came on a Monday. I was like, oh Lord, I went to college. This ain't for me.
Listen, it's not, and it's not for everybody, and it wasn't for me neither. But you had to adjust. You know, you have to adjust. And a lot of people ask, they say, you know, your time wasn't as long as your sister's, you know, because, you know, sometimes they'll say the cliche of you did it. Well, honestly, if you think about it, I'm still jailing because my husband is still on federal paper. He did 3 years. So while he went away, I still had to hold down the fort.
Right.
And still had to, you know, do those visits on the weekend, hold down all these multiple businesses that we had, his businesses before he left, businesses that started while he was gone. So pretty much we're still going through the system, you know, so.
So are you like officially done, or you off paper?
I'm
you know?
officially off paper March 30th. March 30th, I just got off paper.
Okay,
Yep, so
that's
it's been
what's up.
about.
Okay, take it. I know. Well,
Yeah.
Federal. I know some people that was in the federal,
Right.
but it seems like the state people I know, they take forever to get off the paper.
Well, I was on
They
paper
just
for
do-
3 years. So when I got home, I thought maybe they were going to give me maybe a year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they said no. I mean, they wasn't even allowing me to travel. I was being booked to speak to the youth and talk to the young children and pretty much try to use my adversity as aspiration. And they was telling me no, they didn't care. They weren't allowing me to travel. So it might be shorter, but the stipulations are a lot more greater.
Can you
What's
talk
up?
about your case?
I could talk about my case.
So
definitely.
what was you incarcerated for?
My crime was uttering negotiation of counterfeit money.
Conspiracy.
Oh wow.
Right. Everything's always going to be a conspiracy.
We had this
That's it is.
conversation off the
Everything-
air.
Listen,
Yeah.
federal, you don't even have to have done anything. Like
Right.
I literally wasn't caught with any counterfeit bills. I wasn't in no stores. I wasn't doing anything. I was around an individual that was doing something.
And they told on
And
you.
they
No, you just
no,
in the
no, they
vicinity
didn't.
of.
They actually told someone to come to the car. So it was kind of like I got set up, but I don't want to tell you about it because it's in the Sunny 101, the 10 Commandments of a Boss Chick. So you'll-
718-239-9200. We got a
Yes.
caller, Sonny. Are you?
Okay.
Can you take some
yeah.
calls? Okay.
Come on, let's take some calls.
If they ask a crazy question, I'm gonna hit
No.
the caller. You on the air? What's going on? 718-239-9200.
Yo. Shout out to the squad. D-Most the host, man. Shout out to American Dream, man.
D-Most,
Yeah,
man.
thank
What's
you.
going on, man? I see you in the building, man. I appreciate the call, D. What's going on, brother?
You already, man. First thing, shout out to LeBron. Not to change the subject, but you already know that's a person, man. And shout out to Cleveland. And shout out to Sunny Money Queens.
Thank
I'm
you.
following you right now. I just sent you a request. And love your swag, man. And,
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Definitely listening to the real. She's dropping some jewels out there. I mean, shout out to the scammers that's doing it for all these reasons, and shout out to the scammers that's doing it for all their reasons. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, there's rules to this, and I'm pretty sure Sunny Money already know. You know what I mean? It's all about you gotta fall or rise, and it seems like she learned from whatever she did, and to my looks, she's on her way to doing bigger and better things, man. So shout out to you, shout out to American
Thank you.
Dream, and shout out to the squad. Thank you for taking my call, boy. Shout out to
D-Most,
Rico,
man, we
too,
appreciate
man.
you calling. D, pull up on Friday, man. I got something special for you on Friday. You got to pull up, though.
Oh, yeah, you already know. Tip drill. We out here.
All right, say no more. I
American
appreciate
Dream, man. Have
you.
a good one, Lil.
All right,
You
brother,
too.
man.
Peace.
Yeah, y'all see what's going on, American Dream Radio. Shout out to D-Most, the host. That's one of our on location host. He go and get a
Okay.
lot of interviews
Okay,
with me
dope.
where we can't make it. So we got a team of people that sort of.
Right, I see the King Indeed. Shout out to my bro, King Indeed. I see his name on the flyers. Right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, he posted
Yeah.
through here. You actually did an
Yeah.
interview with King
Yeah.
Indeed too. So
Yeah,
shout out to my
that's-
guy,
that-
King
yeah,
Indeed,
that's
man.
like big bro right there.
Yeah, I did my research. I
Yeah.
made sure we. I watched all the interviews. I seen the
Good.
Jack Thriller interview. I like that one too.
Oh wow, yeah.
Shout out to Jack.
Yeah, shout
And,
out to Jack Thriller. That's my guy.
Yeah, I was about to say we have a good time, but
Yeah.
getting back to where we was at, I
Yes.
want to make sure we stay on target with where we
Right.
at with everything.
Yeah.
Pink Panther Clique.
Yes.
Tell me some things that y'all doing right now as far as the Pink Panther Clique, because I know what you're doing,
Right.
and I'm gonna get to that in a second.
Right.
But I want
But
to
as a
round off the
unit.
Pink Panther Clique. What are y'all doing as a unit?
Well, currently, right now, the Pink Panther Clique has a book brunch going on right now. So what we're doing is we have a 11-city tour going on, and we're basically hitting all of the states. And we're basically just having a lot of people come out. It's going to be a good brunch. It's 4 hours, you know. So I think we're going to be doing Queens vibes in Queens, and then after that, I think we're hitting Philly. Then we're hitting the Detroit. Oh, excuse me, Jersey. Then Philly. Then Detroit. And we're basically just going. We just got booked for Chicago.
Am I correct
So-
on the 20th? Y'all supposed to be in Queens?
20th, yep. On
Okay.
20th, we'll be at Vibes.
Okay.
And June 2nd, we'll be in Harlem at Mist.
Question: Can
Yes.
guys come, or is this just
Absolutely.
like a? I mean,
No,
it's
this brunch is open to any and everyone.
Tiff, if you free.
Oh,
I'm
it's
just saying,
open
I
to
need
any
a
and
date.
everyone.
I ain't got no, ain't nobody Pink Panther Clique
Anyone-
me up
listen.
yet, Tiff. So,
All right, all
See,
right.
you
when
know,
you think of the
before I get too hot. You
No,
better-
listen, don't get too hot. But Pink Panther Clique, even though it's Pink Panther Clique, it's a sorority of women who are overcoming their adversities after imprisonment.
Okay.
And we have a fellowship of 60% men and 40% women. So we want the men to come out. We welcome the men because the men are the most targeted, especially minority men.
Right.
Okay.
So
Right.
we raise awareness on ending mass incarceration.
Okay. Now,
So, you know-
I do got a different question. I'm sorry, y'all. I know you pointed this out before. Make sure I say this right. The disproportionate of women that are of color
Correct?
being locked up versus our men, obviously for similar crimes. I want to say. So talk
No.
to that a little bit, or yeah, walk me through this.
We're more okay. So we're not even comparing men and women. We were comparing Caucasian. Well, we were comparing Caucasian men versus minority women.
Okay.
But as far as minority men and minority women, no, we still get the short end of the stick. However, a minority woman might get more time than a Caucasian male. For example, Jamila's case, she got 12 and a half year sentence. The guy that snitched on her, I think, got maybe 3 years. So we're trying to understand, like, why is it that the women are giving more harsh sentences than the Caucasian
But
men?
is
Yeah,
that-
exactly.
Is that all
For the
around?
same exact crime.
Same
That's-
exact
okay.
crime. Same exact crime.
Same thing.
Now let me ask you, how is it? Because I noticed the stigma around women getting incarcerated. Y'all don't get the visits. Yeah, it's like men when we go, we get like celebrated. You get the visits. Oh, I'm going to see my man every
Yep.
week. Like women are there.
That's
so
right.
how was it for you being in federal prison?
Right.
Going in, adjusting, and coming home adjusting.
Well, first things first, when I first went to a federal prison, it was an adjustment, but I had a very strong support system. My husband was there every visit. Now, in Danbury, they go by points.
Right.
So you have 14 points. So each visit would be 3 points or 2 points. There were no more points on my visiting list. So my husband would be there every every Saturday and Sunday and every holiday.
So Papoose wasn't the only person.
No, he wasn't.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure we
No,
point this
but
out.
see, but the Papoose, she
Right.
went to regular state.
Right.
Yeah,
In
federal is
state, you
different.
have you
gotta fill out
conjugal
papers
visits
and
and
all
everything.
that.
There's no conjugal visits in the feds. There's
No?
no sex. No, there's no sex.
Can't get locked
There's
up.
none of that. Like,
Can't do
but,
it.
But at the end of the day, that visiting floor was a little empty. And I mean, there were some women that I jailed with that were being served divorce papers. There were some women that were suicidal. There were some women on that pill line. A lot of people don't know in prison there's a pill line. It comes in at 8, 12, and 6 o'clock. And you would see them walking around like zombies just to avoid
Take
the
away the
pain.
pain.
Yeah.
See, I had like your story is similar because I looked at whose story I read, Big Meech,
Yes.
his brother,
Right.
his brother's wife. I think they married now.
Right.
But at the time they wasn't.
Right.
And she mentioned in an interview that women in there, it's like they don't get those visits.
No.
Like, you may get celebrated and you be
No,
the trophy
we don't. It's
girlfriend
empty.
outside, and
It's empty.
when you up.
That's right.
But once you in, it's like sometimes you forget about the woman for whatever reason.
I have no idea why, because the woman is the nucleus of the family. She holds everything together.
Right.
So it would be in best interest to respect that queen while she's down serving that time, because when you go away, she gonna double up, triple up, and level the fuck up for you when you leave.
Shout out to all the queens
you're a different
handling
type
their
of woman,
business.
though.
Yeah.
You're a different type. 'Cause
Well, I appreciate
you're
that.
I've today's
Okay.
eras, they
Little
little
Yeah,
suspect.
bartender.
They
Oh,
little,
yeah.
they little wild.
Bartender, that's
They,
what-
they on some,
Yeah, and that's
yo,
a
you
little-
in there,
yeah,
I'm out.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
they reap the benefits.
No,
but they
you're
ain't
right.
with the
Definitely. They don't. No one wants to.
Stick around.
They don't want
baby.
to stick around.
Well, listen, let's get the energy's going down a little bit.
No, we need to bring that energy back
We're gonna
up.
bring
then.
it back up.
Bring the
I got
energy
one
back up.
question, and we're gonna
Okay.
do a commercial. Now,
Okay.
it's a teaser. This is what we
Okay.
play in
Okay.
this thing.
Let's go.
How this works. I know you're doing something with 3/4 houses, halfway
Yes.
houses. I want to say about that.
Yes.
Men and women.
Yes.
Okay. Tell us a quick bit about that. Matter of fact, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
We're going to a commercial.
Okay.
Let everybody get some water.
Okay.
our
Get
drinks
some water
together.
so you can come back. There you
Anybody's
go.
not on live, I'm gonna tell them they better get on now. Whatever
That's
we need
right.
to do.
That's
And I
right.
want to come back. I want to talk about the halfway 3/4 house. I don't
Yes.
want to mess this up.
That's
so
okay.
I think they're the same
Okay.
thing. But
Yes.
talk about that a little bit and just talk about overall your whole journey from point A to point B.
Okay.
And
we can do that.
I know we got the Mister in the studio, so when we come back, I
Okay.
wanna get him over and see if I
Okay.
can squeeze some the
Yeah.
good stuff
Yeah.
out of him.
Oh, yeah,
that you
you
ain't
will.
telling us right now.
Yeah. Oh.
718-239-9200. Everybody pay attention. We got Sunny Money Queens in the building, man. We got a legend in the making right now. We only do legendary talk here at American Dream Radio. So yeah, y'all. Y'all see what's going on, American Dream Radio. We back in the building as promised, man. I told y'all we was got a few special guests. If y'all ain't catch us in the first 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something special just happened in the studio, man. A legend in the making. A young lady by the name of Sunny Money Queens is walking the building with a lot of good energy and
That's right.
yeah.
Good energy. Good
Good
energy.
energy, man.
Your real name is Sunshine.
Yes, it is. Sunshine.
Can we
I'm
tell you?
looking,
Yeah,
see,
I
now me
wanna
and
mess-
we probably on a family tree. I'm be honest with you.
Because your last name Williams?
Yeah? No.
Oh.
Last name Smith.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, that's my
Yeah,
maiden name. Yeah,
see.
Smith.
We on the family tree.
You've been looking.
Right.
I'm reading. I can
Read your research, Trevor.
You never know, because I didn't know who my father was. You know what
Oh,
I'm
I
saying?
never
So-
met mine neither.
Oh
Don't worry
God,
about it. It's
sounds
all
like
good.
brothers to me.
Y'all
Yeah.
both light skinned. Y'all keep playing around. American Dream
God.
Radio, man. We here to reunite fathers with kids and all of that.
Salute.
Put it all back together, man. Like I said, we had a good conversation going off the air, on the air. We do a lot of stuff that we sometimes everybody don't get a chance to catch all of the time. But let's rewind this a little bit, man. Make sure we tell them what's going on. Right now, Sunny Money is in the building. I do want to make sure we focus on one thing because I want to get to the
Okay.
important stuff before we shucking jobs, as I like to say.
Right.
3/4 house,
Yes.
man and woman.
Man and woman.
Yes. Talk to me
Okay.
about this for a second. What
Here-
is it? What is it not? Like,
Okay. Well, here's the thing. The funny thing about the 3/4 houses is that they origin from the CEO that's sitting next to me now, Mr. Williams. So I'm going to pass that on to Mr. Williams so he can kind of tell you how I
you
got
gonna
involved.
put it off on
Yes,
me,
I
huh?
am. I'm going to put it off on you.
Great job.
Yes, break it down, King. Tell him.
Okay, well, I started in the business myself in 2011
Okay.
with a partner of mine. We started an entity called BEDS, and BEDS stood for Because Everyone Deserves Shelter. And we started housing homeless men and women. And through that transition, we realized the urgent need for those coming out of incarceration. And you know, when all of us in our community, that situation is close to home because we all know someone or related to someone who's been incarcerated, and when they try to integrate back into society, it's always complicated.
Gotcha.
And upon my wife's incarceration and me dealing with that, and then dealing with my own case, a totally separate case, and then before I got incarcerated, before I went in actually, because while I was still on pretrial, one of the last things I did was I started a new facility called Shared Living Residential. And the last thing I was able to do was purchase the facility, but I was on borrowed time because I had to surrender myself at a certain time. So I then left the torch to her to get the facility open up and running, and she took the reins from there pretty
Nailed
much,
it.
and she's turned it into something great.
Where's these facilities located?
We're actually in Brooklyn, the Bronx, and Queens, and now we're looking to open up in Long Island.
Now, if there is a gentleman right now that may be listening to this that just got out or May
I know
walk
somebody
by
that
or-
just got
So
out.
I
My
guess the
cousin
question-
William.
I guess I want to know, how can someone get in contact with you guys as far as this situation, and if they looking for a place to live?
Well, we
what
have
do they to
available
do?
beds. We definitely have available beds. They can first log on to www.slrllc.org. That's our website. Or they can call us at the office, if you guys get a pen, 888-744-1133, extension 2. Our house.
888-744-1133, extension number 2.
Yep.
Ooh, memory is good, everybody.
Yep, and you just basically, the housing manager will do intake and take your information, and if you are a fit for one of the facilities, we will take you.
Also, if you don't have your assistant set up, we can help you with that as well.
Yeah, we help them with everything
And
from
we-
coming in,
Okay.
everything.
We have a lot of different programs that we implement outside of just housing the individual to help them get their life together and
Yeah.
I don't know if this
see
is
what
a
opportunities
side,
available to
I don't know if this is a sidebar, but I know one of the programs that I feel like, and Tiff, I know you can relate to this. I hear you do credit repair or something like that.
Yes.
Or is that?
Yes.
Tell me
So
about that for a
my
second.
my first business, I got laid off from my dream job in 2010, and unfortunately, I was depressed. And my husband honestly told me, he said, "You know what? This is the time for you to do." This is before the federal cases and all of that. He said, "This is your time for you to do what you need to do. You're not born to work for somebody else. You're born to be a leader." And he used to inspire me, and I used to be like, "I don't think I can do it." Well, being laid off and that, it all clicked together. He said, "You do so much for these lawyers that you work for. You can do this on your own." And he was absolutely right. I had already had my real estate license. I had my notary. I had my title closing certificate. I had my appraisal. I had all of these things aligned, but was at a job that would not allow me to break the glass ceiling. It was kind of like they wanted me to stay there. I even graduated from John Jay College with my degree. So I was just saying, like, I got all of this law. I got all of this real estate. I'm Sunny. Sunny Legal Realty was born.
I like it.
So 2010, we started the consulting firm, and it was based around real estate, credit repair, consumer law, civil law, contracts. I think we've done everything, anything dealing with that. But credit repair has been my number one priority because I realize that it is the financial door to opening up for others to basically procure property and kind of like, with business and other things. So that's where Sunny Legal Realty was birthed in 2010, and it's still going.
Can we make sure we do this right? Husband came on the set, but we messed up. I know we try to be professional sometimes.
Right.
Can we just give everybody your name, how they
Right.
can find, like, just,
Look, look, someone's calling right now. I
Yeah,
guess
look at this.
someone's calling. It look like, see, my phone, it connects to me. So even when I'm not in the business, in the office, it still comes. So
24
so
hours
the
a
office
day,
is
7
calling.
days a week.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
work, man.
exactly.
Can you tell everybody your name and just make sure we could add you Instagram, Facebook, just something so they could, it's
Okay,
people that's catching you right now.
everybody knows me as Holiday. My name is Jason Holiday Williams.
Okay.
And I am, of course, first and foremost, the husband of this lovely lady.
Ow.
Lucky man.
Well, actually,
Thank
this is my boss. This is my boss.
But that's normally how it be. That's normally how it be. We
CEOs
search for
Says
a
the
boss.
boss.
Have a boss.
Right.
This is my boss.
Say
that right?
Together we run shared living residential. I also am an investor in both real estate and other businesses. I have 2 partners, and we have a real estate investment firm. Also, I started a company called IIU, which stands for Investing in Us. And what I do is I invest in small minority businesses.
Nice.
If you have your business in order, or you have a great idea, and your proposal situated, and
It makes sense.
a solid plan, we'll invest in you. Also, we do a lot of philanthropy. Currently, we're sponsoring a young lady to study in Antigua.
Yeah, shout out to that young lady that won that contest.
We're going to be doing a lot of things in the community moving forward, and I'm really excited about it. Actually, we're opening a car dealership over here.
What?
Yep, right out here in the Bronx. We in the Bronx, right
Is it
here.
uptown in Eastchester?
No. It's actually on Webster.
Oh, okay.
Webster.
All right, I know that
So,
area.
And I'll be fixing credit and making you more than qualified for you
Yes,
to
we will have an
get
in-house
in-house
credit
financing.
I'm a
Yes, we
serial
will.
car purchaser, so I definitely
We'll
want to
be
make
doing
sure we
we'll be doing in-house financing, but
Yes.
we will be reporting to the credit bureau. So that means if you come to us with no credit,
Yeah.
you will leave us with credit.
Okay.
Right.
Now,
So
my question is, all right, we know you said you got laid off,
Yes,
right?
in 2010,
Now,
yep.
were you were in the street?
yeah.
Okay. I'm not. I like
Lee, I'm working with you,
I
Trevor.
like
I know
the
you're going.
I like the people in the street.
Yeah.
Cause I got some people I know that was in the street.
Right.
And y'all from Queens?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Queens definitely got money. I ain't gonna front.
Shout out to Queens, man.
Supreme Team, all y'all they got busy. No, my uncle, he messed with a few people out in Queens, the Furtado brothers.
Right.
My uncle
Right.
was cool with them. It's like, I just like the fact that y'all came from the street.
Yeah.
And
And you really are giving back. A
That's
lot of
right.
time,
One
like a
time
lot
for
of
that.
dudes from
Yeah,
Harlem.
one time for that.
Like when I walk down Harlem and I see what Harlem look like now.
Right.
And I was young, but when I saw what Harlem did with the dollar brownstone,
Yeah.
Maryland is doing that same thing,
Philly
Right.
So it
too.
is too.
right? And it's dope that you really giving back and really
Yeah.
Because a friend of mine, he was like, "Well, Trev, they took from the community as well." So I said, but they gave back. 'Cause
Right.
y'all
Giving
different.
back
Your
is-
era to me is
Yeah.
different. It was better. Y'all had fun.
Right, but it's important
And you
that we
helped.
change that narrative. That's
Right.
why I don't really promote the street stuff, even though that's my origin. That's where I got my start, where I gained a lot of my education and my wisdom because I have a GED. I'm more self-educated or street educated. And, we learn a lot in the streets
Right.
and become businessmen in the streets. But we have to realize that we can do those same things legitimately. We can implement those same principles of business legitimately and go so much further. So
Because you're basically a CEO.
right. We have to change the narrative and in our communities to where it's not the cool thing to do to be in the streets. It's not the cool thing to hustle things that will make you throw your life away and go to prison. And more importantly, those of us who have learned that and are in a position to do so, we have to create opportunity for them to see that, and not only that, to lend a helping hand.
I was gonna say.
And what made you say, you know what, I can't do this no more. I'm gonna go this route.
You know what's so funny? Sometimes when me and my guys get together and we talk about it, they ask, what made you make this decision, or open this business, open that business, or do this or that? I always hustled to not hustle anymore. I always saw the dead end in it. I always saw, it's very rarely, I always thought long term, and it's very rarely you see the old rich drug dealer or the old rich hustler. You don't see it. You see the wino in front of the liquor store that used to be the man, or you see
That's right.
the dude that everybody that's shouting out that's doing 20, 30 years and things like that. So it's not a winning game. So I was always looking for the out, something I can invest in, something I can do to get out.
That's so
So
funny.
you
should
already
say
had
that.
your plan on getting out.
I
just
tried different plans, so many different plans. I used to think that I was cursed to hustle. I'd
Wait,
open a
not to cut
business.
you off. Wait. One time he had a exit plan. Oh my
That's what I
God.
was about to
Go
say,
ahead,
yeah.
because you got to
yeah,
tell him
go
about what happened. Like you won't
Look,
believe
I
it.
bought a business, and it was multi businesses. Actually, I bought a location with a cab stand, a cell phone spot. Building
Like
caught
a
on
retail?
before. Yep, the building caught on fire.
Swap meet. Sorry.
Yeah, the building caught on fire because a 99-cent store that was next door, the basement caught on fire and the building burned
We were
down
in the
before I could take
Bahamas.
possession.
We weren't even
Wow.
in. We
when I came
were
back
away.
from the Bahamas, it burned down. Things
that
like
was
that.
your
So many times I tried to do something. I invested in a restaurant.
Yep.
Hurricane Sandy washed it away.
Yep.
So I was like, am I cursed to hustle? But I just
Right.
kept pushing forward, and I think that was God testing my faith and to see if I really wanted it. And it's so funny because when I finally did go legit, it
That's
wasn't
when
with money
Yeah.
from hustling.
Yeah.
Wow.
Otherwise, the feds would have took it all.
Yep.
I honestly didn't have any money. You know what I did? I sold my truck. The only thing I had left was my truck. And I sold my truck, and I invested that. And I just built it all back up.
Smart man.
I
I
mean,
have a
that
question.
mentality, that hustler mentality, you don't, I tell my son, yo, nothing they could take everything from you, your freedom. They can't take your education,
They can't.
no matter where you
can't.
get it from.
Wisdom or education.
Right.
Absolutely.
Both.
You give a
Both
guy
are
$1
needed.
million check, and he'll blow it.
Yep.
And give another dude $5,000, and he'll turn that to $1
$1
million.
million.
I have a question. How much do you contribute? Your guys' support for each other. Do you credit your success to that as well?
Oh, absolutely.
Like the support that you guys have for each other, because that's
Absolutely.
that's rare. That
No, you have
When
to.
I don't-
I
listen,
see like
Oh, that's crazy.
I
I'm like a
mean,
spoiled
I
brat.
can't see. Yes, he
Like,
is
yo,
a spoiled
listen,
brat.
if
He
she
gets on me.
don't- anything I got going on, if I run it across her. If I don't get her
Approval or not approval, but
her approval,
like that
but
word.
also her input.
Right.
they don't.
Listen, I complain. You standing in the way of me doing this because I'm not
Correct.
going to do it until I talk to
If
you about
I don't
it.
give
So
him
you got to stop what you're doing and you got to hear
Correct.
this because
Yeah.
I'm not going to
And
move
vice
on it without
versa
your
too.
approval.
You run.
Yes, I run everything by him, and then if I don't run it by him, he'll come back. He'll be like, you know what, you should have did this, and I'll go, damn, I should have asked him in the beginning. But you know what? Sometimes I'm a Libra, I'm stubborn, so I have like
Libra
a
too.
right. So we have like a she-go thing,
I got a
and we feel
question.
like we don't want to be. We want to be bossy.
We're
We want to, you
hands-on
know
on
what I'm saying?
everything together.
Right.
She had me
So-
hanging up dresses yesterday for her
Yes, I
giveaway.
did.
I was gonna I have a question. Are
We work
you
together on
That's
everything.
not. That's
do you find yourself reading her books and the different things she's wrote already?
Actually,
wrote
while
that in the can. I
while
think you wrote
she's
that in the
writing them, she's
I send
sending me
him-
the stuff, and I read it chapter for chapter. And
Okay.
give
Right.
input.
I
Yeah.
think that's dope. I like that.
Yeah.
shout out
Teamwork
to-
make the
Yeah,
dream work.
right.
Commandment number 7.
She turned me from a hustler to a business.
Yeah. 10
Yeah, can you
commandments
give
of
me
a
one
boss chick.
commandment from the book just so we
Yes,
just that you didn't
um,
give out already?
Let me think of a good commandment. See, my book is about commandments, but I also created short stories. So you're gonna have a nice short story that go with the commandment so that you can understand it a little bit more. But let's talk about, like you said when we was talking about the city scene right now of the women and the stripping and all of that. And okay, so one commandment I have is commandment number 2, which is thou shalt be a goal digger, not a gold digger. So now when I say goals, I mean dig for your goals. Make sure you know
your goals, not 'cause I'm
your goals.
digging for mine,
Right
you
within
gonna latch
your,
on.
your goal within yourself, because the goal for someone might be to gold dig.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But I'm talking about for you within your inner self. That commandment was very, very important, especially since the drug era was in the 80s, and then you got the drug era in the 90s. You got a lot of different things going on. Then you got the Lowdown Brothers. You got different things going on because my story was very, very unique. It was about 2 girls from Harlem, and I'm only giving this one out. Okay, so 2 girls from Harlem, and they was dating a drug dealer. They decided that they were gonna be with this drug dealer. They didn't care whether you were dating him. They were both side chicks to a man because his money was his main chick at this point.
Right.
He got arrested. One of them caught 10 to 15 years for drug conspiracy, and the other woman caught HIV. I'm not going to really get into the depth of the story.
Go get the book.
But go get the book. I break down with these it's like these gems that I give you. I got to give you stories that are relatable. It was so crazy because someone called my publisher and asked, was this story about me? And it was like, no, the story was, I
But they
wrote
ready
this
to
shit
sue
in the
you.
can.
They
Right.
ready to get
But
you.
these are everyday stories and they're
Right.
relatable. And that's when I knew at that moment that this book that I created from behind the wall was going to be very, very effective.
Powerful.
Right. Effective towards, and it's not just about the women, it's about the men too. You got a story of a guy who tore his ACL and the chick wanted to be with him and got pregnant on purpose. I try to give y'all gems to wake you up. Listen, stop avoiding the gems. Give this woman tests. Test her throughout your journey, because if she's not going to be there when your money is fucked up, she's not going to be there when you go to jail.
Facts. Yeah, I like how you dropped that on us. This we gonna do, y'all. We gonna run a little late. I want to
Okay.
make sure we do some things correct while we had American Dream Radio. One of them
Okay.
is want to make sure you got an open invite with open arms. You guys are now officially part of the American Dream Radio family.
Hey, we part of the
Appreciate it.
If you are
family.
promoting something, if you're pushing something, if you're doing something that you feel like needs to get out there to the world, we're on the air Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 12 to 2.
Appreciate you.
Call
Especially
me,
with your
text me,
organization, yeah.
reach out to me. If there's anywhere we can support, we are definitely looking to support. I got a team of people that we work with that we can at least try and help get the word out there. So
And
anything
I
y'all
definitely
got.
got a cousin who just came home. I bumped into him the
Trevor,
other
if you
day.
don't try to stop trying to get your cousin.
He need-
If you
my
don't
man-
stop trying to get your cousin a
It's my
place to
cousin
live.
William. That's my favorite cousin.
But here's the important thing.
Word.
With our facilities, we don't just house you and give you a bed and 3 meals a day. We
No, he need the help.
but we prepare you for
next
we
life.
turn
Yeah.
we turn what they call us niggas. I hate that word, but we turn niggas into kings in our facilities. You come in there, you don't know anything about how to balance a checkbook. I'm the credit specialist, the financial expert. I'm going to make sure that by the time you go out of there, you have a bank account. You know how to
Nice.
balance your checkbook. You know what credit is about, because what's the sense of you coming to the facility and you not being eligible to get your own
So
apartment?
y'all don't look at people as a number as all these other programs.
No,
do.
how could we?
And
We-
you
we-
just-
we-
where they
Part
just-
of this.
Where it's just a revolving door.
No, we don't
and
want a revolving
you
door. We
give
want
them
you to
a
go
group
and get out.
and
We want you to come in and get out and get something from that. And now turn around for our facilities. We've housed over 150 men in the last 6 months, and 80% of those men have gotten jobs. We got testimonials, people crying and saying
They get jobs and they get their own place and they get themselves together.
Well, I want to make sure we do this on the air, man. I want to thank y'all both because the community means a lot to me. I'm from Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy. I've definitely seen a lot going on in my life, and anytime I see somebody out here really trying to do something to put themselves in a positive light, I'm all for that. So, like I said, this platform is open for y'all. Anytime y'all want it, y'all can use it.
You.
Anything y'all want, DM me, send it to me.
I appreciate you. Yes,
definitely. We're here for the community, so we want to make sure we do that first. Second, I want to make sure everybody know exactly where they can find you, and everything like that.
Definitely.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do a Trev.
Yeah.
We're gonna get out of here. No, we're not actually. So you stay for a second. I'm sorry. Just tell them where we can find you at, where they could get you, how they could get you.
You can find me. Hey,
Yep,
you
I
can
ain't gonna
find
let
me. SunshineSmithWilliams.com, SunshineSmith-Williams.com. Those are my brands,
Tell them that
affiliates.
one more time so they need to know.
SunshineSmithWilliams.com, SunshineSmith-Williams.com. Sunny Money Queens is the Instagram. Facebook is Sunshine Smith Williams. Hit like. I drop gems daily. That's
Your
what we're
husband,
doing.
please help us where they can find you. They're
All
looking
I
for
got
you.
is Instagram and Twitter, and they're both H Warbucks, HWARBUCKZ.
Right.
And
That's it.
that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that works. Listen, as long as they can
Wait,
get
I
at you,
forgot
man,
something too.
Go for it.
We're doing a I Love Sunny 101 and Posh Lady Extensions giveaway. I'm from housing, multiple housing projects, and as growing up,
dresses.
a lot of young girls didn't have prom dresses. A lot of them pretended like they were sick, they didn't want to come in. Listen, if you are a single mother or you have a multiple household where you got 3 or 4 kids, you are eligible. Please go to my page, Sunny Money Queens, and we're giving away 3 dresses.
Right. Don't have too much pride neither.
We're giving up
'cause,
three
a lot of
dresses
these women
valued
are
up to $1,500. Each dress was $500 a pop. We want you to,
Honestly, I meant that. I'm glad you brought that up because that caught me too. Because there's so many people out here that deserve to go to
That's
a prom,
right. You
and it might be
do.
something like they just don't have the money to.
That's right.
To get the dress. So when I seen that, I was like, oh, and I actually meant the right
Yeah.
thing. So that's a
Help
good
What y'all
one.
are doing up here is dope too.
We love it.
We
Very,
appreciate it. I'm
very
about to
rarely
quit
you
my
see a
job
radio
again.
show about
That's a
five
good
stuff.
thing. Well, hey.
I'm trying to
you
get
just
unemployment.
Right.
Trevor done quit his job.
I'm like, this is.
Listen.
I can't do it no more.
You might as well.
No. The thing about it is, I'm just burnt out of my field, and I can't see myself working.
Find
Me and
your
Trev have a
gift,
history
King.
in social service, and we actually worked in
And-
3/4 houses.
Listen,
And I'm
isn't
all of
this
this stuff, and-
crazy?
Yeah, we definitely did, but I gotta tell you about that because I'm on some type of
Okay.
I got fired.
probationary period
I got
Okay.
fired.
from the
Don't worry
last
Oh, you got
incident.
fired?
Really?
Yeah,
We
for
both
sneaking
did.
out at night.
We both.
I can't. I'm
We
not.
both
It's
did.
not my thing. I went to
I
college
just
for
got
basketball.
greedy.
That's-
Right. So
I
that,
know my
that
talent.
was
This
your
is
gift.
it right here. I can
Yeah.
talk you off a cliff
Right.
from here.
Right.
I also do a
Can't help me once I get in the
podcast
field
too.
because I'm a mess myself. I'm trying to get the good.
Right.
Trev, we're gonna come back to that in a minute. What I want to do is just thank y'all one more time for being on
Thank
the air
you
with
for
us
having
and,
us.
and popping up.
Yeah.
I guess Tiff, you're gonna keep the books, but one more time, make sure y'all do me a favor, everybody
Yes.
out here. This is Sunny 101, the 10
Yay.
Commandments of being a boss chick.
That's right.
If you are out here and you should be a boss chick, this is what you need to be reading
That's
to get
right.
your mind right.
That's right.
Check that on all of these different platforms. Tiff, can you tell us the name of this one
This
too?
one
The
is
Pink
the
Panther
Pink
Clique
Panther Clique.
and everything out there. Shout out to all the young ladies in the Pink Panther Clique.
Yes, thank you.
If I
You
leave
know
the
what?
emoji in your DM, my bad.
I
was
reached
having a
out
rough-
to Jamila.
Okay,
Because
okay.
I was on Instagram and I be on the explore page.
Yes.
I just came across her and I started, went
Right,
on
following
Facebook,
her
started
journey.
She's
looking
amazing.
at her.
Yes,
It sounds
yes,
interesting.
yes.
For
Yes,
some
she-
reason, I'm just infatuated with that lifestyle and
Right.
that story.
That story,
So I
Right,
was
yeah.
like,
right.
well,
A
I'm
story
gonna see if
is
she's gonna come on the
dynamic.
podcast.
Well,
Yeah.
we gonna
You
get her
gotta reach
now.
out, though.
You know
Yeah.
somebody, I know
I
somebody.
did reach out.
Yes.
But I felt like, okay, she knows too many stars.
That does. Let me tell you something.
Stop
She's
that.
very humble, and she couldn't do any podcasts, and let's put that
Okay.
for the record because she had the ankle device on her, and
Mine's
she was
in
not-
we in Harlem.
She wasn't gonna play around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't matter. She
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
gonna play around with that curfew. Now she has the ankle monitor off, so by all means,
I'm
Jamila, if you're
definitely gonna
watching,
reach out now.
yeah,
Because
reach
we
out
come
to her.
to the podcast.
And make
we
sure
be
it's
No
on
disrespect
Friday.
is the name of
Yeah.
Trevor's
Yeah.
podcast.
Okay, no disrespect.
and
Oh,
Yeah, we
she
come-
gonna give
I'm-
you some energy now.
I'm gonna make sure y'all
I'll
hook
give
up
her
too.
some energy. I
They
can't
do
wait.
podcasts
I'm
from
gonna
like
reach
different
out again.
locations in the
Okay,
city. So
great.
Yeah, we'll definitely pass
shout out
this
to the whole Pink
information.
Panther Clique, Free Pretty Girls. That's Brandy Davis.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do, y'all. We're gonna get into some music for a second. What you listening to? Just give me something before we go off there.
I'm listening to
Right now, you're listening to Styles, right? Styles.
Styles P.
Styles
P. Yeah,
Shout out to the
I
whole Styles
haven't
P.
listened to it yet. I gotta listen to that.
Shout
I
out to
got
the
that
whole
in my
Locks,
joint.
man. Those are my
Yeah.
peoples, man. Shout out
Yeah,
to Kiss
shout
and,
out,
and
yeah.
Chic Loose just came out with a new project too,
Yeah,
man. So shout out
yeah.
to the whole Locks.
Yeah.
Sonny, before you go, we do this every single time.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you next. I'm gonna get you on your own one day too.
Right.
So I'm gonna make sure you come without her. But Sonny, as a little girl, for whatever reason, kids tend to get YouTube and they get these videos and they get their hands on this stuff.
Right.
And it's really important that we leave them
Okay.
with a positive message. So what I'm
That's
gonna ask you
right.
to do is speaking to that camera.
Yes.
And it's a little girl. She's 14. She's in
Okay.
Brooklyn. She's in the Bronx and she's
That's
Queens.
right.
And she's trying to do the right thing. I want you to give us some positive, what she should do, how she
Okay.
should be going.
All
and
right,
hold on,
young
we're going
queen.
3, 2, 1.
Okay,
and then I'm
ready, let's go. I'm ready to
It's
tell
off
the
the
queen.
top, yeah, girl.
Okay, it's off
So
the
in
top.
3, 2, 1, advice moment. Give it to him, please, Sonny.
Queen, let me tell you something. Never compromise your self-worth for net worth, baby. Love you and only you. You are your most valuable possession.
I like it. We're going to leave it there. American Dream Radio, you're your most valuable possession. Pay attention. A legend in the making. Sonny Money
Yes,
Queens is in the
thank
building.
you.
Brother
Thank
Warbucks, we
you.
appreciate you
Thank
coming here,
you.
man. American Dream
Thank
Radio,
you.
we'll be back in a second. Yeah, shout out to Sonny Money Queens, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate her
Definitely.
popping
Shout out
in
to
and
them.
giving me that good positive energy, man. I ain't even know where that was gonna go, where we was gonna go with that. I just knew it was important to have her on the show and really spread that energy and that message, man. Shout out to all my young ladies that are incarcerated. It's definitely Trev, I think you hit it on the head. We sort of forget about them. Like you see you see the men in there.
Right.
You be like, oh, we gotta see my boy. We gotta go. But how many times your girl get locked up or a girl gets locked up and everybody just
Now, you remember one time I was trying to do this. I knew this chick that was in jail. So I wrote her because she was on her way home. I figured, she was a little backed up. So I tried to catch her before she,
So you
How that work out?
You shot your shot.
you shot your shot at the end. Trevor, boy. You had no shame.
Right.
The inmate?
like, I'm gonna say.
You still got the mailing address and stuff?
Nah, she home now.
Okay, because I was gonna mail somebody something.
Did it
I ain't
work?
know.
Nah, cause she sent back a list of stuff she wanted. I'm like, fam, you out.
When she just came home?
Yo,
See?
I'm not buying you silk scarves.
She just came home. She wanted all. That's
Hey, yo, before I get home, can you, wow. You
relax.
out. Yeah.
Relax. So you said?
Relax.
Relax.
You
Yeah,
wild.
y'all see what's going on right now, man. We got
Can't take trash.
something special. This gentleman came in on I want to say Friday was the day we was here last,
Yeah, like that.
and came all the way from Toronto,
yeah.
made way through Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? That Brooklyn Connect, and
Killed it.
killed it on the freestyle joint. And I joke with people all the time. I usually don't have artists up here freestyling about nothing. It might be maybe we've did 100 shows, maybe 2 artists actually hit the freestyle button, and we've had artists on the show, but necessarily we may not.
In a small span of time.
Yeah, we may not let that happen. So when you came in here and you just immediately got into your zone and started rapping, I said, wait a minute.
I don't play.
We might got something special here.
Not playing.
And I told him immediately, I said, make sure he come up here on Monday. Obviously, Mother's Day and a whole bunch of stuff happened on Monday, so I appreciate you staying in town by way of Toronto, man. Renko is the official name. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Ranko, R-A-N-K-O, Ranko.
R-A-N-K, Renko. Where can they find you at?
You can find me on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? RANKO_FLY, fly, SNOOKA, fly snooker. Come with that fly shit from the 6, you know what I'm saying?
Listen to me. How'd you get all the way from Toronto to Brooklyn? How'd that even...
You know what?
That's a fall.
A lot of people want to know how, and I just say, yo, it's just God's plan. You know what I mean?
Nice.
God's plan. That's all. That's all it is. God's plan.
Did you grow up in Toronto versus Brooklyn, or you just got family
Yeah, like
both?
I grew up in Toronto. I was raised in Toronto, but I have family in Brooklyn.
Nice.
So I was always back and forth from a teenager times. But I got myself in a little bit of hiccup, running around in the streets or whatnot, facing the same thing my girl was talking about. Incarcerated, this,
Sonny
that.
Money.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I was feeling her speech.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On some real shit. I was
That's
feeling her
God is
speech,
good
like,
because of
you
the
know,
timing of
yeah.
everything. You come up, she come up.
Yeah,
it
know what I'm
works out
saying?
perfect.
Everything
like
works out perfect. You write out you write all your wrongs and you make it better. You know what I'm saying? You just keep praying for that moment. You know what I'm saying? Keep dream chasing out here.
Yeah, American Dream. That's what we do. I know your
feel me?
style of music. I guess let the people know more than anything. What would you say your sound is?
I would say my sound is more for for the street, by the street, but like I always have to balance it. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm very versatile in my music. You know what I'm saying? That's why I want to give you guys some music so y'all can listen to it, y'all can bump it, y'all can tell me what y'all like. You know what I'm saying? I'm here first of all from D-Most.
Yeah, shout out to D-Most.
Shout out
man.
D-Most.
Most called up too, man.
Yeah,
Early,
Most called up earlier.
Yeah,
I heard
appreciate
D-Most.
that.
Shout
Yeah.
out D-Most. He's the reason I'm here. You know what I mean? He brought me to Biggie Block. You feel me? And he has me on the show this weekend.
How was that experience, I guess, rapping on Biggie's block, knowing
Yeah,
that's
like,
where
who would
Notorious
ever
Big
thought-
grew up right
who
there.
would ever thought a nigga like me would be rapping on Biggie's block? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real shit, like niggas seen the dream. You know what I'm saying? From inside to outside, and they see where I'm at right now, and they definitely watching. So
Yeah.
it's definitely a blessing because I don't see not one real Toronto artist like that on Biggie's block rapping.
I ain't seen no, I mean, Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez,
Drake.
big up Tory Lanez, big up Drake. You know what I'm saying? They
That's
open up the way, and you know what I'm saying, I respect those two to the most.
I got a work with question. Who would you work with right now if you could? If you got a list of artists. These are all my super friends. I'm like,
This
yo,
is
pick
like
one and I'll
Canadian
call it.
artists or like overall?
Anywhere. I just want to know your vibe.
Right now, I want to hit up Dave East. Like I've been looking for East right now.
Like,
you know what I'm
he
saying?
in
He's
Harlem
having
right
a
now.
party on the Bronx on Friday.
And he
Yeah.
in Harlem right
Yeah,
now with
the
Snoop.
Yeah,
On the east side.
I
That's what you
seen
wanna
it.
do?
I thought it was. I thought
No,
it was
he
some
dead
old
ass.
footage, new
He-
footage. But I
You can
just
catch
wanna-
him on 111th Street, First Avenue.
Right? Right?
111th
Yo,
Street, First
big
Avenue.
up East, you know what I'm saying? People from the 6th, they fuck with East, you know what I'm saying? So big
Now
shout
go to
out
First
East, man. I
Avenue,
want to fuck with
111th
East when I'm out
Street.
here, you know what I'm saying? I want to fuck with Jada, the Locks, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'll be at the Biggie show. Hopefully I can run into one of them, you know what I'm saying?
Kiss, Kiss in pocket with us right now a lot too. Shout out to my guy 2O's and a few of my other peoples, man. So definitely,
Yeah.
I see-
Fab is another one of my favorites, you know what I'm
Fab.
saying? I fuck with Fab.
So you just gonna move to Brooklyn? You just gonna?
I might
I mean,
as
he
well.
is.
Hey,
He
I
is
might
already.
as well. I might as well because I got a good fan base in Brooklyn. You know what I mean?
Let me talk about your West Indian vibes for a second.
Yeah, from like my family. My family's from Jamaica. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Kingston, Jamaica. I got family in country, but it's mainly from Jamaica side.
Who's your main artist in the West Indian culture, Jamaica vibe that you sort of
Right now,
right now?
I say it's Vibes Cartel and Idonia. Those are the two biggest lyricists that I see fucking shit up right now. Excuse my language.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna censor that. Right here. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Now, what's this young lady? She sings the Walking Trophy joint right now. She got me recently. She sort of got me recently.
Yeah,
a
that
little bit,
Walking
too.
Trophy song. That song's another big
With
song. Like,
celebrity.
There you go.
yeah.
Shout out
She
to-
got every girl feeling
But she
herself
from
right now.
Toronto too?
She
No,
just
she's
from
from
Jamaica.
Jamaica.
She's from the
Jamaica.
Bronx, though.
Yeah, she's
Oh.
from,
She's
yeah,
from
down
Jamaica,
here.
yeah.
She's from over here somewhere.
I feel her vibe.
She's a
really.
real artist or she's an Instagram artist?
You
No,
ain't never
she's
hear the
a-
song?
she's a-
I'm a
No,
Walking
I've
Trophy.
seen,
No,
I've
she's-
seen
you
her on
heard-
Instagram.
She's
Trevor, this
nice.
song is being played
Everywhere,
every 2
every 5
seconds
minutes.
right now.
I know the
No.
I know
She
the
about to be
name.
at
I
Summer
thought she
Jam.
was I thought she was regular. I thought
No,
she just
she's a
Nah.
real artist.
No,
She's a
she
real
came to
artist.
Toronto a couple times. Well, they love her down there.
She's a huge artist
Yeah,
at
yeah,
this
yeah,
point.
yeah,
Like
they love her down
she
there.
one hit away from having $1 million budget. I would assume
no,
at
really.
this
So
point.
what's the difference between Toronto and like I guess the states here? Like how is it any different?
It's different. Well, it's not too different like livity wise, you know what I'm saying. But if music wise, you really want to be down here doing your thing, you know what I'm saying? Because to connect with people, to reach out to people,
Right.
you know what I'm saying. Like since I've been down here, I ran into True Life, I ran into Casanova, I ran into Jim Jones. You know what I'm saying? I ran into Fresher. Fresher, that's my dog. Fresher,
Wait a
Fresher, my
minute.
dog. Happy birthday, Fresher. Today's his birthday. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to
Okay.
Fresh,
You know what
man.
I'm saying? He brought me to Quad Studio, you know what I'm saying, a few weeks ago. I met up with Bus out of nowhere, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he checks for me, you know what I'm saying?
Hold
'Cause
on, I
when
want to
he's-
make sure we get this right, man. Today we ran into Pun's son. So with
Yeah.
Pun standing there right behind you right there, I don't know if you caught the picture or
Yeah,
not right
yeah.
there. So I thought that was a good moment. I want to give myself a little pat on the back when I bring two artists together like
Shout that out, you
and
know what I'm saying?
I thought that was some good energy. I hope
Yeah,
y'all two also get a
no,
chance
for
to
real.
connect.
Like
man.
I just missed him. He was at this cannabis convention and he was performing and whatnot. And I just came a little late, so
It was good that y'all linked.
Yeah,
I felt
you
like
know what
that. Yeah,
I'm
as soon as I seen you and I seen him, I said, let me make sure. I actually ran out the studio and called him just to make that happen. So I'm glad y'all two got a chance to
that was hot.
chit chat right quick, man. But yeah, that's what we want to do, man. I appreciate you here, man. What I'm gonna ask you is, we can't hold you too long because we got to get off the air. They're gonna kick us off the air in a second. I got a question I ask all my artists. I got two of them. One is really important, man. I want you to. This one ain't the important one. What's your top 5 MCs all time, man? Look at that camera, because it's going on everywhere.
All-time top
We done got into an argument about this. No order, though. Just give me the 5.
Okay, give you the 5. All right.
Now listen, here we go.
Let me see this. First of all, I'm going to put Pac up there. You know what I'm saying? Pac is definitely up there. Big is definitely up there, right? Jigga's up there. Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? That's 3. Let me see. I want to say Fab and Jada on the same list.
Okay, I see where you're going with that. You can squeeze them into as one.
On the same
Okay.
list. I want to put them on the same list.
So you got one more spot. I give that one more spot.
So you want one more spot. Mine, like I can't leave out the West, so I'm gonna say Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying?
That's the first time we heard the Snoop Dogg on the West
I can't say
Coast,
Snoop
man.
Dogg. If I'm saying all time, I'm not saying.
Listen. This
I'm
is
not
your list.
saying
There's no
this
right
is
or
all
wrong to this
time.
list.
My all time, because these are the dudes that I follow.
I have heard everybody in this list that
I was in the
I've
90s growing up. My little tape deck and my little cassette player. These artists was in my.
I can agree with that list. The Tupac, Snoop, but I get it. So I can agree with that list a little bit. I definitely I appreciate you giving me that list, man. That's eventually gonna end up everywhere. I want you to know that. So hopefully they get in your DM and get on you a little bit about that list later on and stuff like that. Miss Tiff said, I know you got to run out of here. Yeah. I know you got a deal to close. Well, do me a favor, look into that camera, tell everybody where they can find you, where they're gonna find you, all that good stuff like that.
You can find me at Miss Tiff Real Estate on Instagram.
On Facebook?
No, my Facebook is acting up.
It
Just
is?
Instagram. Yeah, I'm not.
I've been DMing you like crazy too. No wonder you ain't answer the kid,
I
man.
haven't been on Facebook in months.
number?
I know, but I like to slide in people DM. I be practicing with Tiff. I slide. Love him, man. Anyhow, cool ass Trav, man. No disrespect to podcast. Where can they find you? Stalk you? Where can they slide into your DM with the emojis?
Cool ass trap. That rarely happens. That don't happen to me.
Don't happen. Okay.
I'm not popping yet.
Give it a say. After this interview today, this might be the one for you, bro.
Cool ass Trav on Instagram. No disrespect on Instagram and YouTube. All right, y'all can find me there. We on episode number 50.
Damn, you sound drained right now.
No. I'm just
Trav,
light.
You been up early though. You been on 2 shows. Trav popping. I want y'all to know Trav was on the morning show.
He popping.
He was on the morning show. He was on our show right here with the family. I know you got no disrespect out of Trav. He popping out here in the streets.
Okay.
Old man,
It's been a long morning for me.
He been up all morning. What happened when you do to try and come and do the Breakfast Club show in the morning time and then come to the afternoon show? It gets you a little bit. Shout out to TMI. Shout out to the beautiful Jess Marie. Shout out to Harlem's First Lady in the building. I appreciate them for setting us up with the morning show and bringing Trev in to warm it up, man. Sure. Shout out to, what's your boy from Black Ink? One more time to make sure he says
Walt.
Shout out to Walt from Black Ink. I got a little bit of his energy. Walt, we're going to steal you one day and get you on the show, man, and chop it up and get into your business some more a little bit. But shout out to Walt. Shout out to Sunny Money Queens. Her husband came through looking like the king of Wakanda. Don't you ever I seen you over there, Tim. Like you wanted a minute, like this is looking at arms, like you got
No.
I'm like whatever. I was side-eyeing you the whole time. Like, all right, Tim. All right. Ask another question. All right, we get it. The brother was locked up. You've been working out.
That's another show.
Yeah. But anyhow, man, we ain't trying to swing Cat America Dream Radio. But do me a favor, brother. Tell them where everybody can find you, your name. I need everything. Look into that camera because that's the one that's gonna make it to YouTube eventually.
All right, check this out. SoundCloud/Ranko75. RANKO 75. That's the SoundCloud. Twitter is the same thing as my IG. RANKO_FLYSNOOKA. That's the Twitter and that's the IG. You can also subscribe to my YouTube Ranko channel, RANKO Ranko channel. Subscribe there, like, comment, all that hot shit. You can find on my IG, updated any shows, any radio events, anything popping. I want any artists from New York. You got some good music, good singers. I need some singers. Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Davies, hit me up. I want to work with you. Jada want to work with the locks. I got a lot of talent to bring to this city. So
Well, hopefully we get it done. I got one last thing before you run out of here, man. This is it. It's a kid in Toronto. He's stuck in Toronto. He in the hood. He ain't got no way to get out of there. He's trying to figure out what's next for himself. He's obviously wants to taste his American dream, this Canadian dream as well. We dreaming out here. And
Facts.
just want you to slide him something. Tell that kid what to do so he can get us from point A to point B. What would you say to that young man that's watching?
I would say never stop grinding. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to nobody. You know what I'm saying? But yourself inside. Keep going for your goal. Don't let nobody stop you. Stack your paper. You know what I mean? Don't forget to stack your paper. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can stop you. Nobody can tell you anything. You can go places. You can do things. It's God's plan. Don't make nobody give you no negative information. They give you negative information, you walk the other way. And you keep doing what you got to do. And stay focused.
Yeah, American Dream Radio, man. Y'all hear this by a gentleman by the name of Renko. Am I saying that right one more time? Renko. Like all the time, man. This is a platform. We tell us everybody, once you walk through this door, you're part of the family. If you got something you're promoting, if it's something you're pushing, if it's something you're doing, by all means, brother, get it to Fly Tie, get it to me, get it to Trev.
DSN.
Engineer Rise in the building, man. We always want to support up and coming artists that support us. So the famous line, D says, D most, support who supports you.
All right, support who supports you, D most, the host.
Yeah, shout out to D most, the host. Shout out to everybody that came through today. One more time, let me do this right. Sunny Money Queens, thank you so much, young lady, for coming through. Renko, thank you so much for pulling up, man.
Shout out the Bronx, shout out Brooklyn, shout out all the 5 boroughs, you know what I'm saying? Got mad love.
Yeah, we'll be back on Friday. I got something special. If you're in town on Friday, you might want to poke your head in the studio on Friday. No, we ain't gonna do that, Chuck. We ain't gonna ruin that right now. American Dream Radio, cool ass Trevor's in the building, Miss Tiff Real Estate,
Sterling World,
Mr. Life of Your Party, DJ Fly Tie, King Khalil 400. That's myself. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can keep bringing y'all dope content. American Dream Radio, we out. Yep.
One.
Yep.
Go.